it is June 5th, 2018, and I am making my 5th video. Woohoo! Prairie and I have been painting with Bob Ross all day, which has been a great experience, honestly. We don't have acrylics, we only have watercolors, but it's been a lot of fun, and actually I was very proud of how our paintings turned out. So my friend Helen informed me that today is Les Mis Day, which I didn't realize. But I love Les Mis, so I'm going to talk a little bit about Les Mis. Les Miserables was written by a guy named Victor Hugo sometime in the 1800s, and it is a very big book, like 1,200 pages or something. It's often referred to as the Brick. I've only read it once in my life, which was many years ago. My son, there's a fly. There's a fly. There's a fly. Gansey wants to get it. Oh, he's gone. Poor Gans. Side note, Gansey's in his cat stroller because he cannot get along with his friends. Back to Les Mis. So before I let myself watch the movie Les Mis that came out multiple years ago, I made myself read the book. And that was in the middle of kind of my reading very long books stage. I'd recently read Anna Karenina, which is another fantastic book I really love. And so I read Les Mis. It took me like 3 weeks. And oh my gosh, I loved it. It was amazing. Victor Hugo is a great author. However, he tends to go off on rabbit trails for like, you know, over 100 pages talking about the Battle of Waterloo or the sewage systems in Paris. Overall, Les Mis is split into 4 parts. Let's see if I can remember. The first part is Fantine. Second part is Cosette. The third part is, I feel like it's Marius. And the fourth part is some road, at the ABC Cafe, something like that. And then book 5 is Jean Valjean. Haha, I'm right. I did them all right. Except for it's the road, I missed it. The road Saint-Denis. Yes, Saint-Denis. That's volume 4. Yeah, let's move on to the musical now. Les Mis was the first musical I ever watched, and it sent me in this downward spiral to the place I am today. It still has some of my favorite songs. Like, you know, we've got I Dreamed a Dream, which is beautiful, and we've got On My Own, which is beautiful, and then we've got Empty Chairs, Empty Tables, which is beautiful. Then we've got the Did You See Them Going Out to Fight, Children of the Barricade Who Didn't Last the Night. I could ramble about Les Mis forever. My favorite character is Marius. I find that I relate to him a lot. If I was a guy in the 1800s in France who was in his same situation, I feel like I would be very similar to him. You know, dramatic and obsessive and dramatic and oh my gosh, so dramatic. I'm gonna fix my hair. There. Yeah, so Les Mis is kind of what started my theater obsession. I had the entire soundtrack memorized at one point. I don't anymore, but I still probably have more of Les Mis memorized than any other show. After Les Mis, I got into Wicked and Newsies and a bunch of other stuff, and now I'm here. Me, musical obsessed. If I could play any character in Les Mis, it would probably be Fantine, just because I love her song and her story, and it's so sad, just like the rest of the musical. There are some horrifying bits in the musical. For example, I generally skip Master of the House because it's just gross, and why would I ever watch that? Lovely Lady, sometimes I skip part of as well, but it's also tragic and sad, and I don't know, I like the feels I have while watching that song, so I watch it most of the time.
You know, have you ever thought that if they used all those empty chairs and empty tables in the barricade, that no one would be dead?
Prairie thinks she's the only person who's thought of that. My thoughts are, 12 more chairs wouldn't make a difference. That's the point.
I actually saw it on Pinterest.
They're the only ones left. They're the only ones left. That's what Andra says. And they stand anyways. 12 more chairs wouldn't have made a difference. I'll make sure to put a note at the beginning of this video that it contains spoilers. But yeah, in Les Mis, literally everyone except for Marius and Cosette dies. And I guess the Thénardiers, kind of. Depends on if you're book or movie. The main differences between the book and the movie is the book, Marius is in love with Cosette for a very long time. And in the movie or musical, he falls in love instantly, and he's only known her for a day, and he's almost willing to give up his freedom and his fight for, I don't know, equality. And he is so in love with her because I guess that happens. Anyways, I'm a much bigger fan of the slow, awkward romance of the book that's just ridiculous. I love Marius so much. Then we can talk about Andra Ross, who's very attractive in any way you put it. I mean, I loved him in the books before I even knew what he looked like in the musical. And speaking of musical, there are many versions of the musical. I love the, I don't know what they are. The one that has Philip Quast in it as Javert, that's a very good one. And the one that has Hadley Fraser and Ramin Karimloo as Grantaire and Enjolras, respectively. Karimloo. Ramin Karimloo. He's a guy and he's really cool. Anyways, that's a great version. Prairie is here, just so you know. She's texting people. And I'm filming because she wants to do more Bob Ross paintings this afternoon. So that's what we're gonna do. Even though it'll mean we'll have to do a late night editing party tonight after youth group. Woohoo, let's go. I guess that's probably enough about Les Mis. I mean, I could ramble more about different things, but I am not Victor Hugo, and you guys didn't sign up for a 1,200 page book when you push play on this. Maybe I'll keep it under 4 minutes. That would be cool. Who knows? I'm gonna do what I want to do and go paint some more with Bob Ross.